Well, what's up again there, guys? Brian here, D3 Topics Gamer, and I have a kind of interesting and very concerning topic that I wish to discuss with all of you, as I'm sure you can tell from the title that you clicked on. Now, recently, I've been kind of seeing a bunch of news about all these price increases, and we know this has been a major issue of controversy in the world of gaming in terms of, Microsoft increasing their console prices and their games going up to $80, and then Nintendo's has vastly increased the cost of their consoles, and maybe there's rumors that Sony's going to go down the same route and that games as a whole are going to start increasing their retail price to about $80. And I recently saw this news article about the upcoming Borderlands and how this guy, Randy Pitchford, says things like, well, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen for $80 for Borderlands. And this brought up the question for today's discussion, in which, for you personally, I'd like to have a discussion, and anyone who sees this in the comments down below, what would it take for you to be willing to walk away from future gaming? Now, I don't think I'll ever stop being a gamer. I mean, and I have like well over 200 games that stretch across 5 different generations of PlayStation. If I never bought another video game, do I have enough games that I think could last me the rest of my life? I'd say perhaps. I probably would go to a couple retro stores and buy a couple other games I never got to try when they came out. But I think that for me personally, I think I could. But for me personally, the thing that definitively would have me walk away from gaming as a whole is if next generation's PlayStation, or the next generation as a whole, announced that it is going down a strictly digital only direction, which is something I've been consistently saying that I'm against for at least the last 5-6 years. I just flat out will not support that, because I think that with all of these increases in prices for both the consoles and the games, it's getting a point that even for someone like me who's working 2 jobs, gaming is just getting too expensive. I don't have enough time to do as much gaming as I wish I could. And even the time I do have, I'm not spending those kind of prices to play a goddamn video game. I mean, even nowadays, I don't even pay full retail price to play new games that come out. The only retail prices that I will pay for newer games is if it comes as part of some sort of premium or collector's edition. But if it's just the standard edition, I'll just do what I always do and just get it off of GameFly and then hold on to it for like 3 or 4 months and then keep it as a sales price. I mean, that's literally how I've built my entire PlayStation 5 collection of games. Or at least I'd say about 80% of them, because I have picked up a couple of collector's editions over the last number of years. And it's just very concerning. And there's just all these different elements. Like, if I was a parent and I had a kid that was old enough to enjoy gaming, would I be willing to pay these ever-increasing prices for them? Because I know damn well, if I was a teenager right now, there's absolutely no way, with how expensive just a standard style of living is, there's no way my parents would go out of the way to get me a console. Not a PlayStation, maybe a Switch, and certainly not an Xbox. And this just has me concerned that if the prices, because again, they haven't increased the price for the PlayStation yet, and I'm hoping they don't. But if they do, is it possible with the PlayStation 6 probably set to come out in about 2 years, will that console even be more expensive than what an increased PlayStation 5 price would be? I mean, that's just insane. And yet it's looking like that is a very solid reality. And what's even crazier about these price increases is that I don't think I've ever experienced a time where they actually did this. Now, I understand that from generation to generation, there have been increases in games. I mean, I do recall, I think the PlayStation 2 era, it was like maximum was about $50, and then I think maybe the PlayStation 3 and 4, that was like $60, and now we're into this era, and that's like $70, and now they're like pushing $80. I do not recall a time where they ever increased it in the middle of a PlayStation generation. I can understand that at the start of the next generation, there would be an increase, but certainly not in the middle of it, especially when this generation is 5 years in. And that's just had me concerned. And there's all these different factors about the direction that the world of gaming may be going. And it's just like, it has me very, very concerned. Not just for current gamers like myself that have been gaming for a long time, since the 90s, but even people who might want to try getting into gaming now. I mean, gaming is incredibly expensive. And if they go a pure digital route, meaning that you can't even you have to pay $80, and some of these kids and teenagers don't have jobs, and their parents are willing to pay, I mean, that's going to be very, very just, I mean, I guess if you have an Xbox, you might have, maybe Game Pass, but who knows if they'll increase that by a large amount. And who knows? There might not even be another Xbox after this current generation because it's really not doing all that well. And they did the stupid decision of increasing the prices of all their model Xboxes, which I don't think is really going to help their sales. So it just has me really concerned. And there's just so many directions that the future of gaming could go. It's just how many of us are willing to walk away from it. Because I'm perfectly fine with, there are elements and things about gaming in the past that I just think back and I was like, wow, we really had it good. And moving forward, it's just not looking all that bright. It's looking like it may not be worth it. But again, that's just me personally. And I don't know, these just greedy companies, it's just, why do they, like gaming is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be just a fun little hobby. It's a way for us to kind of relieve stress or have fun or just relax. It's now becoming almost unaffordable. Perhaps for some people it is already unaffordable, and that sucks. But again, this is I just wanted to share my initial thoughts. But again, I really just, whatever crazy scenario you could come up with, what would it take for you personally as a gamer to look at what's coming next and be like, I am not going down that route, and I am perfectly content with staying where I am as gaming as it is right now, and say, I'm not interested in the future of gaming if it's going to do this. I would really like to know. I'd love to get all these different perspectives and things that you guys are afraid of in terms of the future of gaming, because for me personally, it's not looking very bright. So I'd love for you guys to share your experiences or your fears of what it would take for you to walk away from future gaming in the comments down below, and I would really like to get into many conversations with all of you as best I can. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll catch you guys next time.